Don't bullshit me.
Last day of the year, and it's over. That's it. Guys, I really didn't know what to do today. I wanted to play some games, but then I wanted to go over the games of the year, and then I kind of wanted to do a little talking, but I'm like, I don't know if I can do a lot of talking today. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to start it off talking. We're going to bring back the Beatdown show in some form, and we're just going to see what happens. So that's what we're doing. We're going to see what happens. So I've been asking you guys all week what your favorite games of the year are. I've gotten some crazy answers. I got some really good answers. Again, it's all opinion based, right? So today I want to go over that. I want to see what were your games of the year. As I sat down and I started going over all the game, writing down all these things, I realized that half of my list were games that didn't even come out this year. So I'm like, oh, back to the drawing board. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, see? Her favorite games are games that came out years ago. Yes, Sims came out in what, 2014, Sims 4, Coral Island came out last year, I do believe. Stardew Valley's been out for 5 or 6 years now. Hogwarts came out last year. I mean, so it's hard because this year has been weird. Every year I say, I'm screwing. Maybe I'm screwing it up because every year I say, hey guys, 2023 is going to be the year for games. 2024 is going to be the year for games. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Maybe I'm the one screwing everything up. So yeah, no, it's all good. It's all, but that's what I'm saying is that when I ask you what your favorite game of the year was, most people, not even thinking about it, go to the game that they like the most, and it happens to be something what didn't even come out this year. Like Big Al Mac, PUBG, been out 7 years on Xbox this month, right? That's his game. That's the game of the year for him. I guarantee it. Smokey's played everything this year, so I don't even know. What was your game of the year, man? Loki, what was your game? My game of the year came really late, but I already knew my game of the year. I knew it before the year even started. I knew a year and a couple months ago what my year of the game for this year was going to be. Indiana Jones. I knew it. I'm going in, I was like, even if this thing is a huge clusterfuck, we haven't had a decent Indiana Jones game since, I don't know, Emperor's Tomb, I guess. That game was a mess, though. Fate of Atlantis is really my favorite Indiana Jones game of all time. Until this one came out. And then you guys might have seen that in the news, Disney's so happy with how well Indiana Jones has performed that they're calling for more games to be made. So we're there, guys. We made it. Let's go. Yeah, see, it's hard. It's hard because if you go through, and you almost have to just like did what I do, is just go through them like, okay, give me all the releases. And there's a shit ton of games, a lot I never even heard of, a lot of indie games released this year. From January 1st to now, what games are released this year? And I had to go through the entire list. In some of the games, I was like, oh, that came out last year? Oh, shit. So, I'm still kind of on the fence with a couple of them. And there's one category I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So, for those that are watching right now, I'm going to give you my list. Okay, here's the list. Pen and paper. We go old school for this one, okay? My game of the year, Indiana Jones. You already know that, okay? By far, it wasn't even close, okay? Indie game of the year, I was between a couple of them. I had a lot of good fun with Buckshot Roulette. Thank you, Smokey, for that one. But I think at the end of the day, I like puzzles. I like detective shit and stuff like that. Rise of the Golden Idol. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game. It came out in November. It's a sequel to a game that came out, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, called Curse of the Golden Idol. It's a point and click adventure. Yeah, I'm that old to know what point and click is. But anyhow, you have to solve these murders, and as a whole, it's this big story. Great game, fantastic. I'm actually still working on it. I thought about streaming it, but I'll bore the tears out of you guys. So, Rise of the Golden Idol is my indie game of the year, and this I recommend it to everybody. It's like $20. It's like $12 on CD Keys. So make sure you get over to CD Keys. I think most of these games are available on CD Keys, so just go check them out. My co-op game of the year, we've talked about this several times. It's no surprise to you guys. Gray Zone Warfare. I mean, it's my solo game of the year. But for co-op, when you actually have the homies playing, or even when you don't, when you just get out there and you just meet random Joes, random GIs out there, Gray Zone Warfare is my favorite co-op game of the year. If Indiana Jones wouldn't have come out, I probably would have been my game of the year. That's how enthralled I am and to see the next step of games coming out. I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal on your computer and it's brutal on your head. Campaign game. Okay. I told the wife this morning I was gonna give this one to Call of Duty, but just because they finally came out with a great campaign, that they haven't had a really good campaign in years and years, doesn't mean that they automatically get it. And I shouldn't just reward them for doing well, right? The Black Ops 6 campaign was really good. Don't get me wrong. It was really, really good. Finally, we're kind of getting back to our roots. It kind of gave me the original Black Ops vibe, which is fantastic.
Fortune and glory, kid.
There it is. Thank you, Big Al.
Fortune and glory.
Honda 88. Oh my God, I haven't seen that guy in years. Thank you, Big Al Mac. For the campaign, I actually played at the very beginning of the year. And again, it's hard to remember what you played 9, 10, 11, 12 months ago now. My campaign of the year goes to Hellblade 2. Anybody else play this game? Senua's Sacrifice. Amazing. I mean, that actually in another category almost won. I don't know. I'm still on the fence again. But the graphics were amazing. The gameplay, the storyline, everything. Hellblade 2 was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, it's on Game Pass. If you don't have Game Pass, go check it out on CD Keys. Fantastic game. I didn't want to forget the games of the early year. So that brings me to the best graphics. I don't know. There has been a lot of good games that came out this year. I figured this was going to end up going to now I can't think of it. Anyhow, Gray Zone, Hellblade 2, and well, Cyberpunk was last year, so we can't really count that one. But Stalker 2. Stalker 2 looked good, but it has so many issues. It's hard to it's hard to give it to that one. I want to say for like best graphics, Gray Zone and Hellblade 2. Anybody else have a game that they think had the best graphics this year? Anybody out there? I've heard a lot of Wukong or Wukang or whatever the monkey game, but I've watched gameplay of that and I don't. It just looks like another subpar Souls game to me. I don't know. But I didn't play the game. I'm not really into those types of games, so I think for me, it'd probably have to be Gray Zone. I think even with low settings, Gray Zone looks phenomenal. Better than anything else that came out this year. But again, Hellblade 2 looks incredible as well. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm on the fence. It's hard. Now, my biggest disappointment of the year, and this is probably no surprise to any of you guys, I was bamboozled. I kind of got ahead of myself trying to be on the boat for the next best game out there. It worked with DMZ. I was one of the first guys to jump on the DMZ train, and it did phenomenal for the stream and for everything. But I tried doing the same thing with Delta Force. Number one, their company is terrible. I just, and the game's okay. It's just, again, it's another clone of other games. I was really hoping it was going to be something phenomenal and it was just going to blow the gates off, and it was not. It was not. And again, it just ends up being another game that people are going to play for a few months, like Call of Duty, and then just shelve it. So that's it, guys. That's my list. I didn't really know what else to add to it. I don't typically play like sports games. I don't play racing games. I don't really play like Flight Simulator. People have been telling me that Microsoft Flight Simulator is amazing. I spent, the wife and I, well, I'm not going to put the wife in the, she tried to help me, but I spent 25 minutes, maybe even a half hour trying to start a fucking plane. I couldn't get the plane started and I just uninstalled. I don't play those games. They're just not me. Gray Zone was one of my most played on Steam anyway. Yeah, I want to say right now, I have 270 hours. Let's just take a quick look here. I'm sorry, 227 hours, 230 hours. So, hey, Zara, what's going on? Long time no talkie. Buckshot has MP now. 4 friends can play. Oh, that's cool, man. Smokey's played so many games this year. Same thing though. A lot of the games that I saw you playing are older games. They're older than last year. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we haven't really had a lot of anything come out this year. I started the year out with Hell Let Loose. I think that was the first game I played. And then it just kind of went from there. All the games that I streamed or played this year, Uncharted, Legacy of Thieves, that's an old game. They're even on right here. I mean, The Last of Us Part 1, Hell Let Loose, 6 Days in Fallujah. I've been kind of back and forth with that one. We played the Stalker games in anticipation of Stalker 2. What else? Remnant 2, that's an older game. That came out last year, right? I think. Remnant 2 was a good time. We played Diablo 4 with the homies. Again, not a game I typically play, but I had a good time. As long as I was playing with people that knew what the fuck they were doing and could keep me in line, it was a great game. I had a lot of fun. That one actually had some pretty good graphics too. Trepang 2, again, this one came out last year, but we played it this year. Great game. First Descendant, pass. RoboCop, that came out last year. That was one of my game of the year last year in one of the categories. What do we played Metro Exodus this year, the enhanced edition. Replayed that. That's an older game. Everything's old, man. Helldivers 2, that was tied for disappointment of the year, but it wasn't really a disappointment. I just bought into the hype. I bought into the hype on that one. I want to say Helldivers 2 is probably the most boring game that came out this year. Sorry, I said what I said. Sorry. I almost fell asleep playing that game for you guys. What else? Hawked was last year. Finals last year. We replayed Titanfall 2, which is one of the greatest FPSs ever. That game came out like 10 years ago. Max Payne 3. Did we stream that this year or last year? I can't remember. Again, older game. Yeah, these are all games I played last year. Okay. So there you go. I mean, we played a lot of games this year, especially the ones that were available on Game Pass, but they just kind of came and gone. 310 hours. Holy shit. Yeah, see, I played when I was on board. I wish listed, pre-ordered, all that shit. when Gray Zone first came out. April 30th, I think, was the release date on that. And I played the hell out of it. I streamed it for like a month straight. And then I got to where pretty much where I am right now. And then it got to the point where it's like, it's not fun to play solo. And some of the tasks are beyond incredibly hard. And I was like, yeah, we'll put it down for a little bit. I never touched it again. So I left in June, and I didn't touch it again until November. So like, there's a lot of missed time there, but I'm having fun with it again. Today's the day as your year comes to an end, as New Year's rises to carry the torch further into the unknown. I extend my best wishes. Happy New Year's. Thank you, Reckless. Thanks, Rex. So again, what was your, as I go through these categories, what was your favorite indie game of the year? What was your favorite co-op campaign game? What game do you feel had the best graphics of the year? And this is a tough one. Hopefully next year, a year from right now, we're talking about all the fantastic games that came out in 2025. But as of right now, there's not a whole lot out there. I was looking through a list of the most wish-listed or sought-after games of next year. February, we have Assassin's Creed, maybe, if it doesn't get pushed back again. And that's really all I've seen. Is there anything else that you guys have seen? There's a game that I'm looking forward to called Mouse. They've changed it a couple times. Now it's a detective game. But Mouse is like it's an FPS, but it's the old 1930s Mickey Mouse cartoon type. That looks really fun. Is GTA coming out in 2025? I thought it was like 26 or 27. Are they pushing it? No, there's no way. There's no way it's coming out next year. Honestly, I had the best year with the community that I love playing games with. Oh, Zara, make me feel so bad. The wife and I, just so on a side note, the wife and I have been talking about bringing back the Jackbox for a night, maybe in the next week or two. But I'll let you guys know. We got to change a lot of stuff. In order for us to really get in there and have fun and try to make it fun for you guys, we have to change some things and we have to remove things as well. So I'll let you know. Kind of did the same thing, had fun with Gray Zone, then stopped playing for a while due to being solo. Came back at the end of the last month. Hell yeah. This month I've been bouncing between Gray Zone and Stalker 2. Back and forth. Beginning of the month, it was all about Delta Force until it all went down. But I will tell you this, though. The one nice thing about the Delta Force thing is that I was able to finally, after 20 years, get back on the big stage again. It was really, really nice playing with some of the bigger streamers, some of the better players out there. It was nice, and holding my own with them. It was fantastic. That first game that we had, I kept Stone Mountain and his boys on their feet. Anyhow, neither here nor there. Should be this year, fall 2025. Damn. Okay. All right. Now I have something to look forward to. Everything I've been seeing keeps saying 2026, the earliest. I'm like, okay. All right. Good deal. I bounce between SC and other games. What's SC? Not gonna lie, Marvel Rivals is a ton of fun right now. Star Citizen, got it. Okay, I'm looking at my games. I'm like, I don't have it there. Marvel, right? First off, I appreciate you not lying to me. That goes very far with me. Dinosaur, thank you, and I won't lie to you either. Okay, I never lie to you guys. I tell you the truth, as blatant as it is, and as hard as it is. I'm brutally honest, and I've been told that a lot. So anyhow, not gonna lie, Marvel Rivals is a ton of fun. Okay, so I've had a lot of people asking me about that game. I looked into it. It's like Overwatch. It's what do they call it? A hero shooter. I don't like those games. Number one, you have to rely on your teammates way too much, and I can't do that, unfortunately, because number one, I don't have friends. And number two, I always get stuck with the knuckleheads. So it's just, that was my problem with Overwatch. Was it Overwatch? I think it was Overwatch. It just, like, I'm out there busting my ass, and my teammates are just like, la la la, running around lollygagging and shit, playing grab ass in the back. And I'm out there in the front lines doing all the work, and we lose, and I'm like, come on, man. I hate relying on a team if I don't have any control over the team. I don't know. It's fun with the squad. Randoms make you want to go insane, though. Hey, like any other game, really. So I haven't got into that one. I did see it was free to play, and I saw that I've seen that a bunch of, again, bigger streamers, but I don't know, and I can't blame them. But again, some of the bigger streamers, you can't really take them serious. I know, unpopular opinion, because number one, they're paid and they're sponsored for this shit, right? Like, okay, so for instance, here's a game that you guys might have forgot about. Came out just a couple months ago, Off the Grid. You guys remember Off the Grid? Yeah, neither do I. All the big names playing it, right? Well, they were sponsored to play the damn game. So when the sponsorship ran out, the money ran out, where did they go? Right back to Call of Duty, right back to Battlefield, right back to all the other games you were playing. And now nobody plays Off the Grid anymore. It started on the PC. I think console players still play it. Now the Xbox has better access to it and stuff. But the game is pretty much dead. It's kind of a bummer, but we talked about that when the game came out, so I won't get back into it again. The reasons why it's not going to fly, but that's just another example. So when I see these same people talking about, oh my God, this game is the bomb, guys, you got to check it out. I'm like, I'll come back in 2 or 3 weeks. If you're still playing the game, then maybe we'll see. But and again, I don't blame them. If I was in the same boat, if I had, a million viewers and companies were throwing money at me saying, here, play this game and talk it up, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it. I told you guys at the very beginning when I started streaming 3 years ago, I will sell my soul. I don't care. That's what I'm doing it for. If you're in the business, that's what you're going to do, right? All right. Honestly, it's a game you don't have to. Why do you keep telling me you're gonna be honest and you're not gonna lie to me? I feel like you're lying to me now. It's a game you don't have to go super try hard on. You can mess around with all the characters and just have fun with it. Same thing happens to every hype new game. Exactly. That's my point. Is that when a game comes out, there's always some hype behind it. I was part of that with the Delta Force machine, but yeah. Anyhow, we're seeing those numbers dwindle as well. I think the people that for the 2 game modes, the people that like Warfare, they're getting bored with it, so they're going back to Battlefield. And the people that like the extraction mode are realizing that Arena Breakout is probably a better Tarkov clone. So I'm starting to see these people peel back off again. Same thing. Most of these guys aren't playing. They were hyping it for the first week and a half. They're gone. They're gone. The fact that a lot of COD players are switching off of COD for Marvel is a pretty good sign for the game, though, I think. Again, I think as the years go on, more and more people are just getting sick and tired of the same old COD shit. I know I have. I don't touch multiplayer anymore. I'll play their off-brand modes. Hoping to get another DMZ mode, which isn't going to happen. But the campaign, every year I play the campaign. That's where Call of Duty started, and that's what I do. Every year I play the campaign. Nate Shot, Formal, and Symphony are playing it, and I'm a huge Marvel fan. That helps a lot. There you go. That's my problem, not. The wife and I were trying to find something to watch last night. Just something quick, just 20, 30 minutes. We're flipping through we have all the, the streaming platforms. We're going through all of them. We're like, what about Disney? We're like, we don't really watch anything on Disney Plus. Whatever. We'll go to Disney Plus. Why do we have Disney Plus if we don't watch anything on Disney Plus? I don't know. Anyhow, we're flipping around, and then we get to there's Marvel's What If. There's seasons 2 and 3. We watched the first season, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I just don't know enough about Marvel. I mean, I knew the original characters. That's what made Marvel fun. Is everybody knows Iron Man. Everybody knows, a Thor. But then you get into these newer characters and like, who? Who's Craven? Craven's related to who? And what? Like, I don't know. Get to the point where people are just like, eh. So I'm just kind of over the whole Marvel universe anymore. They killed off, or, you know, they completed the storylines for all the original characters, and now it's just kind of like, eh. So Marvel, I'm not into it. There are some Marvel games, don't get me wrong, like Guardians of the Galaxy, phenomenal game. I actually booted it up and played it again this year for a little while. I streamed it for you guys for a day or two. Great game. But again, it didn't come out this year, so. Womp womp. I'm a huge COD fan, but I haven't touched it. I'm so bored with it and sick of all the BS. Berserk, I'm not gonna lie to you either. With different generations here, I started off with, you know, the original generation when Call of Duty almost died. Call of Duty 3 is what almost killed the franchise. And then again, in an alternate multiverse, I think Medal of Honor would have actually taken over. We would have 20 years of Medal of Honor. But anyhow, Call of Duty 4 came out, and that's what revitalized a lot of Zona to Vince Zampella for revitalizing the genre for the franchise. But after like Black Ops, they just started going downhill, and it just, you know, we got 3 years of really good Call of Duty, and then it just went every year, and it was sprinkled with decent games. Ghost was a good game. I like Ghost. And then World War II came back, and that kind of, for us older gamers that were there from the beginning, World War II was like a swan song. It was the last hoorah. It was like, we're gonna take you back to your roots. We're gonna show you what used to be, what could be now, but will never be again. And then it was just gone. So Call of Duty's sad. It's a sad story. It's a sad love story. Watch Squid Games. The wife and I were excited to see season 2 is out, but I started looking at reviews, and now I'm like, I'm nervous. I don't know if I want to watch it. People are saying that it ruins the whole experience, the second season. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it. I don't know if I want to watch it because the magic's not there anymore. I mean, it's how can you, if you bring back the same character, he already knows what's going to happen. How do you get the same magic from the first season? I'll tell you what, if you like Squid Games, you need to go watch the game show that they did, like the legit game show, Squid Games, a couple years ago. It's on Netflix. It's a real life that they did. I don't know where, probably in Nevada somewhere. That was a fucking great show. The wife and I watched it. No one died that we're aware of, but it was a great show. So if you've never seen that and you're on the fence about season 2, just go watch that instead. Go watch that. That was fun. We were going to watch season 2, but then saw some reviews and have been waiting. Yeah. That's my problem. I just started season 1 2 nights ago. Show is insane. Oh, you never see season 1? Oh, bro, yes. Okay, so this is how you do it. You watch season 1, okay? Enjoy it, because you will, okay? And then watch the game show version of the game, which is, I don't know, how many episodes was it, wife? Like 6 or 8? It was fun time. And then read some reviews about season 2 before you get into it and decide if you want to. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably 8 episodes. Great show though. Poseidon, good morning. How you doing? One game I'm looking forward to is from the creators of It Takes Two. It's going to be another game that is similar to that one. It Takes Two was cool. The wife and I played that together. The wife and I started playing some co-op games that we still have to finish. What is it? Escape Academy, the Escape Room Academy game. We started that a couple of years ago. We haven't even finished that. That one where you guys break out of prison and you're on the run. I can't remember the name of that one. We started that when we got about halfway through the game, and then we just stopped playing it. I don't know what happened. She's been trying to get me to play Stardew Valley with her. Oh no! Oh, see, this is what I was worried about. The more I talk, the worse it gets. No Way Out. Thank you. There you go. Played all those with a fiance. There you go. I say we finish up Escape Academy and then No Way Out, and then maybe if there's time. Maybe. I don't know what to do in Stardew Valley. I've been getting into nostalgia, retro gaming, right? I've been doing this for a while though. And the problem that I have is I spent all this time building these machines, getting everything running, and then I start to play the game and I'm just like, eh. I love these games as a kid, but for some reason, as I get older, I can only look to the future. I can't look back to some of these older games. Trying to play like an 8-bit game now or a 16-bit game now is tough. It's tough, man. It's so hard. So I have all these retro gaming machines around the house that I built and they don't get used. I think as far back as I can go to play games, Dreamcast. Dreamcast, again, my favorite console of all time. Those types of games I can play. And I see that there are people that are actually still making games for some of the older consoles, which is insane. But I meant to show you guys, I built this laptop that it does nothing. It does nothing but play retro games. And I've been able to get it to go as far back as the Magnavox. And then as far as like, it starts to crumble at around Dreamcast, GameCube. That's where it starts to fall apart. It's not the most powerful laptop out there, but it's fun. I mean, you could park your ass and play some Sega CD but I don't know, for some reason I can't play them that long. I always like, oh, I got to go back to Gray Zone, you know. We play Animal Crossing a lot too. It's so stupid but so fun. You know what? My wife loves Animal Crossing, and I actually put emulators and shit on her PC so she could play some of these. Harvest Moon is one of her favorites. So she could play these old GameCube games, and then she said the same thing. She's like, it doesn't have the same appeal anymore. I know it's tough. It's tough, man. So out of the games that we've mentioned, like, just look at my desktop. I've got Gray Zone this year, Rise of the Golden Idol this year, but then Cyberpunk. Like, Cyberpunk, Alan Wake, all the games that I go back and play from time to time are last year or older. With the exception of a few. Stalker 2, Gray Zone, Rise of the Golden Idol. That's it. That's it, really. I really played anything else. Not putting down Grounded until I beat it. There you go. See, that's kind of where I'm at. Grounded came out 2 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago now. I was part of the beta or the beta testers on Xbox for that. And that was before it was released. So 2021, 22 maybe? It's been a while. I have, I should have put together a list of the games I need to finish. That right there is, I mean, I spent the last couple weeks off stream playing Hitman. And last night I completed 2 of the harder challenges that I've been working on for 6 years. Just because I was like, I got to finish this thing. I got to get back in there and finish this game. But Hitman is it's on another level, man. That game is just, it came out in 2016, and then the last game came out in 2022. I want to say Hitman 3 or 21, somewhere in that neighborhood. The game still to this day has the better graphics than most games that came out in the last couple of years. I don't know how they do it, but they're incredible. And I've said this a couple times, but they stopped making the Hitman games IO Interactive, whatever, because they are working on the next James Bond game. So Machine Games took over and did Indiana Jones, which they did Wolfenstein, and I knew from the beginning that they were going to do a fantastic fucking job, and they did. I'm thinking the same thing for IO Interactive. They did Hitman, they did Hitman fucking superb, and now they're going to do James Bond. That's my game. I know a lot of you guys are excited about Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out. I am as well, but I'm looking forward to this James Bond game whenever it comes out, probably 2027. That is the game I'm looking forward to. Yes. One game I never played but look awesome was Wukong. Yeah, we were talking about that one earlier. I'm not into the Souls games, and I've been watching people play it because people have been giving me, you know, all these recommendations. So I fire up whoever's playing it, and about 50 hours so far. We are close. In Grounded, yeah, yep. My game list to finish is every game I've played on the PC. Oh my God, yes. Smokey, I was telling the wife that earlier. I was like, I need to ask Smokey what his games are because he's played everything. And I was like, you know what? He's going to tell me that he has a laundry list of games that he started this year that he needs to finish. That boy built himself a computer and he was gone. Gone, man. And in his wake are all these unfinished games. Which I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. You finally get into the PC master race and you're like, oh my God, what have I been doing with my console life this whole time? It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. So yeah, the first thing you want to do is start tearing shit apart. I want to play this. I want to play this. I want to play this. So it's awesome, man. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. So whenever people are like, hey, I'm going to get out of the console business and I'm building myself a PC, I'm like, yes, go talk to Smokey. He'll tell you right now. I have a game for you that you need to finish, Smokey. Skull and Bones. Remember that shit? Oh my God, that game was a mess. The quadruple A game, the first quadruple A game that couldn't sell. I've never finished Cyberpunk. Same here. That's why it's there. Because at some point I know I'm going to go back and try to finish it. Gears of War was my favorite. Oh man, and I think Gears, the prequel Gears is coming out this year. That's another one I'm excited for. But until I hear more information about it, I don't know. We'll see. Genghis Khan. A new James Bond would be awesome. I missed 007 games. You wait, bro. You wait. I'm telling you, IO is going to knock it out of the park. They're going to knock it right out. Right out of the park. Finish Firewatch. Is that one where you're out in the woods and you're on fire, you're on fire watch, and basically you just walk around from fire station to fire station? It's a walking simulator. I think I started that one and it looked good. It looked cool. And I'm like, what do you do? Are we starting fires? There was a point this year where there was nothing that I wanted to play. Nothing seemed that fun at the time. Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. All year it seemed like that, bro. I started out the year playing Hell Let Loose, and we played like every old game. Someone would throw a game at me, like, sure, I'll fire it up, play it tomorrow. But then in between, we got some decent releases. You know, we got Hellblade 2, which is on my list. We got Gray Zone Warfare. Stalker 2 it's kind of a mess. It was kind of a mess. We had a lot of betas we played this year. X Defiant released and fizzled. I was really excited for X Defiant, and then it released after how many play tests we did last year, and it was just like, yeah. It was kind of what the finals. It was basically what the finals did. Got everyone hyped with their betas, and then last minute at the 11th hour, they changed the gameplay. They released it to us, and we're like, that's not what we signed up for. X Defiant did the same thing. Yeah, you know, someone summed it up pretty well in the community. They said that it didn't have a soul. The game just couldn't figure out what it wanted to be. And it was kind of part hero shooter, it was kind of part arena shooter. It looked like Call of Duty, but it didn't really play like Call of Duty. The guns were not really well balanced. It was a mess. The whole thing was just, I don't know. But yeah, Manic said we got our 30 hours out of the game. We played it for 3 days and it was fun. That was it, and it was gone. And yeah, and now it's officially going to be dead. What, in June they're going to pull the servers? Yeah. Oh, I agree. I was, for the longest time, I was calling for, even before I was streaming, I was calling for a remake of the original Unreal Tournament. The Cliffy B game. Oh my God. That game right there is what got me back into competitive gaming, and then eventually Counter-Strike, and yeah, and then professional gaming and all that good stuff. But anyhow, I think Then there has been a couple Unreal tournaments since then, but the original, an Unreal Tournament 3 Arena, fantastic game. Fantastic game. I will 1v1 any of you in that game. But it's almost to the point now where it's even the industry is looking back at all the fun times we had and trying to bring that back. The problem is they do it half-assed or they do it wrong, and then people are like, eh. So what games, I've already asked you guys what games you thought were, what are your games of the year now? What games are you looking forward to next year? We've already touched a little bit on this. Grand Theft Auto, it sounds like Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out in the fall of next year. Assassin's Creed, I don't know, man. Assassin's Creed, they went in a different direction right after Origins. Origins was kind of the beginning of it, but Origins also, it was the crossroads between old and new, and they started implementing some of the new at the time, and it was a nice welcome change. So I want to say Origins was probably the last good Assassin's Creed. And then Mirage came out, and when they tried to go back to the old school gameplay, and I actually had a good time with Mirage, but again, it just felt like the same game. Like there wasn't anything new. The things that they tried to shoehorn in there, I don't know. I don't know where I stand with Assassin's Creed. I would love to see another or a remake of Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag would be. I tried playing that game recently, and it did not age well. The graphics, even on PC, just did not age very well. If they did a remake of that game, a remaster, if you will, for today's hardware, insane. Liar's Bar, another buckshot type game, but with cards, dice, a cheap, fun, silly game. Bellarto, I think Bellarto, I've been seeing a lot of these news sources. I've been giving Bellarto their indie game of the year. Some of them are just the game of the year. It's a deck builder. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like, they say it looks like a poker game, but it's not. I don't know what that means, but all the pictures I've seen, it looks like poker, but it's called Bellarto. I don't know if you guys check that out. Smokey, go check that out. You might like it. I don't know. Elden Ring is coming out with that co-op type game. I know it's another Souls game, but it kind of sounds fun. I'll try anything. I mean, this year it showed me that I shouldn't just shun everything out there, right? Like Diablo 4, not a game I would typically play. And if I was playing by myself, I wouldn't play it, right? But at the time, we had a lot of people that were in the community that would play with me, right? So we had Captain Crow in here, which I missed that guy. I don't know what happened to him. I'm trying to find out what happened to Captain Crow. He just ghosted everybody. Subnuke's, he got a new job, so you're not going to see much of Subnuke here. We'll see him on lunch breaks and things like that. But Subnuke and Captain Crow and Penguin, I don't know whatever happened to Penguin, but they were my Sherpas. They helped me with Diablo. I kind of understood it, but I didn't. They would help me build things, and then I would just go out there and kick ass. I mean, it was fun, you know. That was a lot of fun, but I typically wouldn't play those types of games. So again, like I don't like Souls games. I'm not a big fan of those. But if it was a co-op and somebody was willing to go in with me and show me the ropes, then I would. Isn't Assassin's Creed talking about making a multiplayer co-op game and stepping away from the open world? Yes, they did do a Brotherhood. I think Brotherhood was the very first one. It was, I think the most recent game that kind of captured that was a game called Deceived or Deceived Incorporated or something like that. Basically, one person or multiple people were the targets, and then one person was the assassin. You had to figure out who was who, what was what, and then assassinate them within like a little arena type deal. It was weird. I played it once or twice, and I couldn't really get into it. But they did it for 2 or 3 years, I want to say. And then they were like, okay, nobody's playing this mode. We're just going to scrap it. Ubisoft pretty much tanked themselves this year. Good morning also. Skin, good morning, man. How you doing? My girl's brother showed me it. Not a fan of Bellarto. Okay, yeah, it didn't. Again, it didn't. Genghis has got some ads. We'll see in a minute. It's weird. Elden Ring community jumped in my stream when I didn't know what I was doing. Helped a ton. Oh yeah, that's another reason why I stream for multiple reasons. But I guess one of the benefits of streaming is that you get a lot of people that have played it that are either, they're good, they're bad, whatever. You get a lot of different play styles. You get people that know a lot of things, and we all learn together. I learn from you guys learn from me. I teach you guys something. You guys teach me a lot of shit. And while you're teaching me, there are other people in the community in stream that go, oh shit, I didn't know that. I gotta sign off right now and go play, So it's that's one of the greatest benefits, is that I learn from you guys. Only thing Ubi can do to save themselves, in my opinion, is to remake or add a new entry to Splinter Cell. At this point, I've given up. I've given up hope. It's been 11 years. I want to say it's been 11 years since our last one, Blacklist. Blacklist came out in 2013, and we've had collaborations with Rainbow Six Siege, and I think even Fortnite did a skin. There's been a couple of games where they brought in Sam Fisher for something, right? But I don't think we're gonna get a Splinter Cell again. I don't know. With as many games as Ubisoft has fucked up in the last couple of years, I highly doubt that they're looking to build another game like that. If they would have had some home runs, then maybe, but I don't know. I don't see it. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing that Ubi is trying to sell off the board is trying to sell off their 50% of the game ownership to get rid of it. Like, they want to be done with it. Which, at that point, I think Tencent's going to step in, because Tencent's trying to buy the world right now. And if Ubisoft is run by Tencent, we're all fucked. Isn't there a new Metal Gear Solid coming out? There is a remake of Snake Eater. And that supposedly, rumor has it, is going to come out in February. But, again, it's a rumor. So, but there is an Asian company, probably run by Tencent, that is making a Metal Gear-ish type of game, and it looks pretty good. The gameplay that I've seen looks pretty good, but that's probably a year out. We probably won't see that this year or next year. I'm sorry, 2025. We won't see it in 2025. Yeah, it'll be bad news if it goes to Tencent. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that, Tencent's trying to buy up everything. And there was even rumors that Tencent was going to try to build their own console. But I think at this point, I think most companies are trying to get out of the console business. I think consoles are going to be there for a few more years. This generation of console might be the last. This next upcoming one will probably be the last generation, as internet becomes faster. Internet becomes the norm. I think what Xbox is doing right now with the streaming, the cloud gaming, that's gonna be it. They're gonna have two companies that are cloud streaming these games to whatever device you have. But I think consoles are gonna be on their way out. I don't know. If there was a new Hogwarts Legacy, I'd be all in on that one. I love that game. That's another game that I almost played for you guys this year. I bought it for the wife last year. She loved it. She plays it on her PC from time to time. But I was going to download it and play it. I never got to it. We might do it this year or 2025. We're what, like 12 hours? No, we're 14 hours away from the end of the year. So, or next year. So you're going to hear me fumble with that a lot today. We're on the cusp of 2025. Supposedly a new Hogwarts will come out in 2026. They need to optimize the one that they have a little bit better and then just add some DLC. Because what I understand is that game still pretty much struggles on anything. But again, I mean, kind of like what Gray Zone is this year, Stalker, Indiana Jones. As these games, as time moves forward, these games are going to require more and more horsepower. And I think Gray Zone was a big, they raised the bar. I want to say that they are the bar, right? As of right now, for computer gaming, for video games in general, they are the new bar. And it sucks because I think that Gray Zone needs more players, but it's not accessible to many. First off, it's not on console, so there you go. You cut out a lot of people. Probably half the industry at this point, right? You cut out all these people that can't play it. And then you require some pretty big horsepower of a gaming PC. So now you're cutting out probably a third of those people as well. So now we're down to a select few people that have the horsepower to run the game. But then do they want to play this game or do they play other games? So the only thing that sucks about that is as we advance, some games are going to be overlooked because they're not accessible to everybody. But whatever. I would get more PC games if I had a better PC. My specs are pretty low. That's all right, man. Maybe next year Santa will bring something. You'll get there. I mean, I'm not bagging on consoles. Consoles are great. They're an entry-level gaming machine. They're an entry-level PC for the most part anymore. I mean, they're really blurring the lines. If someone could figure out how to jailbreak the Xbox Series X and put like Linux or something on it, you have yourself a pretty nice computer for $500. I mean, it's for $500, you get yourself a nice piece of equipment there. But when you step into the PC world, it's night and day difference. So my wish for 2025 is for everybody to get a gaming PC. Everybody. I would love to. They used to be entry level. What are they now? What are they now? I did a handful of side-by-sides this year of games that were released on Series X and on PC. And I know that my computer costs a lot more than a Series X, but it's probably still on the lower end of PC builds. I mean, it cost me like $1,500 to build my PC. I built it myself. If I would have bought it from a store, it probably would have been closer to $2,000. But if again, and I say this a lot, and I know that I'm preaching to the choir at this point, but if your hobby is gaming, right? Like everybody needs a hobby, right? And you put money into your hobby. If your hobby is gaming, then you're gonna put money into gaming. So it's hard when I see these people that, and again, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just a scenario here. When I see people that claim that they play video games, that's their life, right? They go to work, they eat, sleep, play video games, but then they're on a PlayStation 4 and they don't have, is it really your hobby? Really? I know people, family members that spend thousands of dollars a year on their hobby, which is hunting, and that's only for 2 months out of the year. Thousands of dollars to do something for 2 months out of the year. When it comes to gaming, we play it all year round, right? Well, in Michigan, we're stuck indoors for 9 months, so. So it's throw the money at it. Do it. And I know things aren't cheap these days. I get it. All I'm saying is that if you put the money into it, you will love it. It's not going to be wasted. I promise you. You're not wasting money if you build a PC. Getting married this year, so I might have to bite the bullet and get a good one. There you go. You're gonna be indoors a lot more often now. Oh man. Ink and Skin. No, seriously though, when you say they used to be entry level, are you saying that they're not anymore, or that they're better than entry level? I mean, I've even tried to build a young man in our family, a cousin, distant cousin, is trying to, he got a Series X for Christmas, but then he sees everybody else, our family, we all have PCs. So he wants a PC as well. So he's trying to come up with, how much would it cost? So he had in his mind, he thought that he could build a PC better than his Series X for a couple $100. And I had to break it to him, like, bro, it's not, nah, it's not, no. In order to build a PC that is even on par with the Series X PlayStation 5, you're going to spend probably $800. I mean, if you're really frugal and you get some cheap parts here and there, you might be able to get around $600-700. But it's not the cost factor. Yeah. You get a lot of gaming for $500. You really do. You get a machine that plays games at a decent rate, 4K upscaling, which is nice, you know. But you're so limited. But again, it's a great entry level gaming machine. Bought my wife a base gaming PC off Facebook for $300. Specs aren't amazing, but she's not playing. There you go. So my wife has got, she gets my hand-me-downs, which she's always like, she doesn't care. She's like, just make it work. Just make it play these games. And she plays Sims 4, Stardew Valley, Coral Island, and Hogwarts. Very rarely, right? Her main games are the first three I mentioned. You don't need a whole lot. You can play, a laptop will run those games, right? So she's got my old Ryzen 3700X, water cooled. She's got my old RTX 3060 Ti. I mean, that's nowadays that's kind of entry level stuff, but for her, she loves it. And she's got the best looking case in the house. I still stand and stare at her build because her computer is probably the best looking one in the house. But yeah, $300 to play PC games. I mean, it's no, again, I keep telling people that I guess they don't realize or they don't care, but you could plug a mouse and keyboard into your console and there's over 100 games that you can play mouse and key. But I don't know. I think until consoles are not a thing anymore, people are always going to associate their controller with their console. I tried playing a game the other day. I can't remember what it was, and it required a controller on PC. I was like, damn, that's new. That's new. It's not there, but it's getting very close. Yes. She plays Fall Guys and Dredge. She did just get Marvel Rivals, so I'm curious how that will run on it. That's true. That's true. I've seen the game played, but I don't know what the system requirements are, and I don't really know any of that. I know that there's a lot of the games that I've been playing or looking into, they require some muscle. And now I'm starting to, don't tell my wife, but I'm starting to see my RTX 4070, the vanilla 4070, not the Super, not the Ti, none of that. I'm starting to see that thing start to drag ass. And I'm like, do I need to get this new 5070 when it comes out? Probably not, though. Probably not. I need to stop. So for next year, based on rumors and things that are happening and with really not much information to go off of, just hopes and dreams, Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm looking forward to that. Gears of War, whenever that comes out. Maybe Assassin's Creed. I don't know. What else were we talking about that's supposedly coming out here soon? What else is coming out next year you guys are excited for? Because that's one thing I did not look into. I was so focused on games that came out this year and trying to put together a list of the games that I really enjoyed and all that I haven't really looked forward at all, which is unlike me. I'm usually always looking at what's happening in the future. Something odd is going on over here. There we go. Okay. I would love to upgrade my PC. I'm currently on a 3060 Ti 12th gen Intel Core. See, that's what I had, the 3060 Ti. I loved it. 3060 Ti was incredible. They fucked up with the 3060s, with the 30 series at all. Giving the 3060, the vanilla 3060, 12 gigs of VRAM, but then coming out with a Ti that had way more horsepower than the 3060 and then only giving it 8 gigs. Like, what are you thinking? What were you thinking? And still selling the 4060s this year. Both my sons have a 4060. They love them, but for a guy that lives and breathes PC, 8 gigs of VRAM, what are you guys doing? What is wrong with you guys? Honestly, I looked up a list of games coming out and didn't see much. I know that's my problem. I'll sell you my 4090 and then I'll go buy me a 5090. You know, I asked you, Manic. I said, "Are you gonna get the new 5090?" He's like, "Hell no! I bought this computer to last me 5 years." But I know, trust me, because Manic and I are kind of the same when it comes to that stuff. We're happy, we're content, and then we see something else come out. We're like, "Ooh, I gotta have that. I gotta get me that right now." and then it's like you gotta make it right in your head, right? And then you go through the stages. You gotta make it right in your head. Okay, but it makes sense on this level. Yes, I need to have this. I made it right with myself. Now I got to get the wife on board. That's when the game begins, because then you have to sell it to the wife. It's all sales. It's all sales, right? The kids sell to you why they shouldn't be going to school for the day. Oh, I don't feel good. I want to go to school. You know, you got to sell to your wife why you need a 4090. You know, and then a small power plant in your backyard to run the goddamn thing. It's all sales, right? So that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like, RTX 4070 is really showing its age. It's a year old, you know. I really need this 5070 coming out. How am I going to sell this to the wife? So I'm with you, Manic. I have a 3070 Ti and I love it. Yeah, well, that one came with enough VRAM. Split Fiction is It Takes Two like game. Oh, okay, all right. Where it's a like a mandatory co-op game. Is that what you're saying? I'm sticking with my 4070 Ti Super for a while. Yeah, you know, see, the problem is that when I bought my 4070, it was right before they started releasing the Ti and then the Super and then the Ti Super. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I should have waited. Oh well. New Borderlands, maybe? You know, I did hear rumors that there's a new Borderlands coming out. Borderlands 4, would it be now? So there you go. There's another good one. I'm going to start writing these down, guys. Games coming out this year. We have GTA 6, maybe. We're going to put that in the maybe pile. Assassin's Creed. I'm just going to put Ass Creed. Ass Creed. We're going to put that in the pile, because I'm not sure yet. What else were we talking about? Borderlands 4, maybe. That's another maybe. I think we're all on the same page that we think that Gears of War is coming out this year, right? It's another. So GOW. For you PlayStation people, that's God of War, but for us Xbox people, it's Gears of War. That's a maybe on the maybe pile. What were you just talking about that's coming out and possibly coming out in February? It was right on my. Fuck, what was it? Can't remember now. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you. That just reminded me. We have Sniper Elite coming out in January. Boom. 100% going to be tearing the shit out of that game. I love Sniper Elite games. I've been playing those since the very beginning, original Xbox. Mafia, we got the new Mafia game coming out. Hell yeah. Did that come out in the summer? We have Jan. Mafia comes out in May or June, doesn't it? June? I'm just going to put June. I think it's June. I don't know. All right, here we go. Yeah, now we got him going. I'm the best at justifying things to myself, maybe not the best justifying to my wife. Yeah. It's easy to sell it to yourself. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you. Definitely playing the new Mafia game. I'm also excited for the Wolverine game from Insomniac. Does that come out this year? I did hear about that one. The mouse game. Thank you. Mouse Detective or something like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here, I'll pull it up for you guys. I'll show you. Oh, no, don't click that. Okay, there we go. Here's my wish list games. Ooh, Doom, Dark Ages. Woo, there we go. Let's go through that. New Doom, we don't know when that is going to come out. I'm going to say August, maybe. Cleared Hot. Oh my God, I forgot about this. Did anybody back in the day, Sega Genesis, anybody ever play like Desert Strike, the helicopter game? This game right here. Here, I'm just going to do this real quick. I want you guys to see this. Do you guys remember these games?
Who am I? I'm the guy they call when they need the kind of big gun energy that makes the US of A the most fearsome. Or was that guy?
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Rick James, resubby, let's go, man. Good morning, how you doing, buddy? Hell yeah. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Come back, unless you wanna, which you know, I wanna.
These were some of the greatest games. I remember me and my buddies taking turns on these.
Oh, was that the target? Nope. Okay, maybe my reflexes aren't what they were, but I'm pretty sure I'm more than make up for that with.
This is a, yeah.
I don't know, something. All I do know is that I was born to fly this bird, and after 20, wait, how long ago was, god damn. After a 30-year timeout, I'm well rested and ready to roll. Some people might call this a midlife crisis. I call it a midlife opportunity. And when opportunity knocks, I'm the guy that... Altitude.
He even talks about being out of the game for 30 years.
That guy. You'll see.
Come on, don't bullshit
Cleared
me.
Hot, let's go.
Ish. I mean, no promises, but...
Dinosaur with a resubby.
I'm coming.
29 months for Rick James, 22 for Berserk. God, you guys. You really stuck with it, didn't you? Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, get out of this. There we go. Okay, so there's one of the games. It just says coming soon. That'd be cool if that came out this year. Let's see what else is on here. Grit. This is a Wild West, again, third-person shooter. It's a battle royale. But I remember Shroud testing this out like 4 years ago. So who knows what's going to happen to this game. I don't know what that is. That's already out. Agent 64 Spies Never Die. This this has been on hiatus for a couple years now. This is like a in the vein of like 007 GoldenEye. This is like a GoldenEye game. Luna Abyss. I played the demos. This one's kind of cool. We'll see when it comes out how much it changes. It's a little different. First-person shooter. Squirrel the Gun came out this year. Betamax came out this year. I missed that one. There's an extraction shooter called We the People. Don't know much about it. It was supposed to come out this year. Got pushed back again. Unrecord. Here it is, right here. Mouse PI for Hire. That's the game that I'm looking forward to this year. This is another one that's been teased for a couple of years. It was just called Mouse. Now they've they've changed the gameplay since the last video I watched, but That's supposed to come out this year. We'll see. Let's see. Naquan Last Paradise. This is another extraction shooter that there's not a whole lot of information on. We don't know what's going to come out. Looks like Beautiful Light's been pushed back to 2026 now, like 2 years away. So I don't know. I'm not getting that. I'm getting my hopes up on that one here. I am your beast. I don't know what that. Nobody wants to die. Guns of Fury. Oh shit! This is kind of like a metal slug called Guns of Fury. Arc Raiders. I was trying to get into the this is another extraction shooter. I was trying to get into the play test for this one, but again, it's third person. I can't get into those games. And then this Strident game. I downloaded. I watched the video on it. I don't know. It doesn't look very interesting to me. So we'll put that off for now. Come on, Stream Deck, work. Did anyone play High on Life? Yes. Yes. High on Life was a great fucking game. I streamed that bitch. But months before the whole thing with Justin Roiland. And then I went back and I played, I think it was a year ago now. I think it was last December when the DLC came out for it. I streamed that one. Knifey, The Adventures of Knifey. Dude, High on Life is amazing. If you've never played it, you got to check it out. It's incredible. I must have watching that movie in the house for a long periods of time. Played on console right before I got the PC. Yeah, it's a great game. High on Life, and I think it's actually on Game Pass right now. So, and the DLC is pretty cheap. If not, there's always CD keys. Go check out CD keys. So we got a lot of games. Now the only thing I Sniper Elite. I don't know how I forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot about that game, but we'll be playing the shit out of that game. So anybody here that likes the Sniper Elite games, come see me. I would love to run some co-op with you guys. Kenzie, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How you doing? If anyone was a South Park fan, did you ever play Stick of Truth? No, but my kids love the South Park game. One kid in particular loves South Park and loves all the South Park games. Kenzie, thank you. I need to hydrate. Let's go. Good boy. Okay. We were just talking about a game that's coming out possibly. I said it was possibly coming out in February. I'm probably full of shit though. Who knows? So those are there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games coming out this year. Some are and some are yeah. We'll see what happens. But man, Grand Theft, you really think we're gonna see GTA this coming year? I'm gonna go on record and say that the earliest we're gonna see it is March of 2026. And I hope I'm wrong. Oh man, love the South Park games. They were so savage. On my retro gaming laptop that I built, I tried going back and playing the 64 version of Chef's Love Shack. In the original South Park game, where you play like dodgeball and snowball fights and shit like that. Man, those games have not aged well at all. Very, very hard. There should be a bigger trailer coming out in the next week or so for it. Okay. Oh, you know what? There's one game I can guarantee will come out this coming year. One game I 100% guarantee will come out this year. Call of Duty. I know it doesn't count. I know we get the same shit every year, but anyhow. All right. So now that we have some more people here again, today we're reviewing our games of the year. My list, game of the year, Indiana Jones. Indie game of the year, Rise of the Golden Idol. Love that game. Co-op game is Gray Zone Warfare. Favorite campaign, best campaign of the year, Hellblade 2. I'm still on the fence for graphics. I don't know. I still think it's between Hellblade 2 and Gray Zone. I think Gray Zone really takes the cake when it comes to the graphics. And then my biggest disappointment of the year was Delta Force. So that's my list. I probably should have added a few other categories to it, but that's where we're at. So what were your games? What were your games of the year? I uninstalled Call of Duty, same here. I played the campaign. I played Zombies. Okay, so let me just tell you real quick here before I take a little break. Zombies, I had never played the round-based zombie mode, okay? I enjoyed it, but just like X Defiant, it got boring really fucking fast. Really fast. And I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I got in there, I was kicking ass, having a good time with it, and it just got boring. Probably the super repetitiveness, I don't know. But I just couldn't bring myself to play it anymore, and I just uninstalled the game. Was Delta Force really that bad? For me, yes. I was part of, I was a partner with them. I was with them since April, doing a lot of different behind the scenes things. We had a small community of other partners, play testers, things like that. They're not a very good company when it comes to feedback. They do not listen to us. They don't care. We asked for a lot of different things, and they were like, yeah, we're working on that. Yeah, we're working on it. And then they dropped the game. And I know they opened beta, but I think that's another reason why it was a disappointment. It was supposed to be a full release, and they were nervous because everyone else was being shamed for releasing these half-ass games. So they decided to call it an open beta instead, and they still fucking released it with all the problems, nothing fixed, nothing changed. So I had to step away. If I'm going to be involved in a community and in helping build a game, and everybody is saying the same thing, and you're like, I have a problem with that. So anyhow, yes, Delta Force could have been something fantastic, and it ended up just being so. Anyhow, with that being said, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go see what's going on in the house, hit the restroom, grab some more coffee. When I come back, I would like to see what your guys' whoever hasn't given me their list yet. I'd like to see what your games of the year are. What's your game of the year? Best campaign, whatever. Give me a list. Tell me what you guys think. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Excuse me. There's also a new skate coming out this year. Yes. I wasn't supposed to say anything because I was on an NDA, but I was part of that. I was part of that that group as well. We played. There's been a couple playtests this year. The one that I played and I helped out with was in February of this year, and it was crazy. I've never been a part of I've been a beta tester, alpha tester for 10 plus years, but I've never been involved in a game where it wasn't like complete. Like there were textures missing. Like whole areas were just like wireframe. It was wild, man. I actually recorded a lot of it. I didn't upload it because again, on NDA, but when the game drops, I'm going to drop that footage for you guys as well. Because at that point there shouldn't be a problem with it, right? So you guys can see like what the game looked like a year before when it was still being pieced together, as opposed to what it looks like all taken care of and stuff. And let me just tell you this game is gonna be a lot of fun. The controls were pretty smooth. That's the one thing it was, even though the world wasn't really completed, their gameplay, their core gameplay was pretty solid. So I'm excited for that. I didn't participate in the following ones just because there was just so many things going on this year. I didn't have an opportunity. And if I am a beta tester or I'm trying to help, like I really help with it. I break games all the time and I try to send information up to them, but who am I? I'm just a guy playing video games. But if I'm actually part of the alpha test group, I try to submit everything that I can to help them out. So love Skate 3, hell yeah. Where's Louie at? Louie should be in here talking some skate with us. Oh man. So we got a lot of games coming out. A lot of games I'm excited for. But again, I'm not 100% sure if most of these games are even going to come out this year. Pretty good an idea though. Sniper Elite, I think that one, let's take a look. I don't have it wish listed here because it's going to be on Game Pass. So right here. So why is it coming out January 30th, right at the end of the month? Why is it only $50? Is it just is it like more DLC or is it a full game? Either way, this game here, let's see. Do we have are there any? There's the reveal trailer. That's only a few minutes. Let's check this one out.
Let the game begin.
Ah, love it. That's awesome. Sorry, buddy. You can smile on you. I'll be shooting you in the testicles before you know it. There you go. Does it automatically start the next one? It does not.
1944, Allied forces are preparing to drive the Nazis out of France, and they're desperate to turn the tide of war back in their favor. The French resistance have uncovered a rumor of a secret weapon so ruthless, so severe, it could make it impossible to reclaim France. This threat can't go ignored.
Oh, wow. We're going to be fighting in the middle of big battles like that? That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. These games are incredible. I still, from time to time, fire up Sniper Elite 4. Is it 4 or 5? There's so many of them. I think it's 5. And play the shit out of that game. I actually bought all the extras and stuff. There was a couple times where, Manic, you might remember this. We got 4 of us to do the wave mode or whatever. That was so much fun. My God, we gotta do that again. We gotta do that again. Free to Escape. Good morning, man. What's going on? I'm about to burst my pants waiting on Sniper Elite. You gotta buy pants that have a little extra room in the groin. That's why it's saying goodbye to 24. That's right. Already pre-ordered or pre-installed. Yes, we need to do that again. Absolutely. I'm thinking about just installing that. I was going through yesterday. I was like, there's nothing. I know there's a lot of games I need to finish, but I don't really feel like playing Cyberpunk right now, and I don't really feel like doing this. So I need to get like Sniper Elite back in there. There was something else. Oh yeah, you guys ever play a game called Gears Tactics? It's a Gears of War, but it's a turn-based game. Well, it was a I wouldn't say it's a release title, but it was one of the better games that released on the Series X. It really showed the powerhouse that console had. The graphics were incredible. And I started playing again on PC earlier this year, I want to say. And again, great game. And it looks even better on PC. But I'm returning to all these older games and need to run the final update to generate. Oh my Generation Zero. What is going on? It's already out, right? We should be playing that. And I think I have, here, let's just go to it. Let's see if it's even available here. Let's do this. I can't even spell. Was it a, did you have to pay for the most recent stuff? I didn't buy the heavy weapons pack. Not sure what this is. Story bundle. So there are 2 DLCs I didn't purchase. What is this? Alpine Unrest and Phoenix Rising. Okay, I already have both of those. Now, this is another game we played this year, over the summer. This game came out in 2020, I want to say. It's been out for like 4 years, but they finally finished it. They fixed it. They added a bunch of stuff to it. So I went all in. I went all in on this game, and it's incredible. Good catch, man. I didn't even think about that. I guess it's just included. I'm just going to install it. It looks like it might just be included. Because I don't see anything in here that talks about additional. Yeah, I don't know. 65 gigs. I would start installing it. Does anybody know why? I mean, it's probably a setting, but for some reason the PC Game Pass, it goes full screen and I can't get out of it. I always have to like do this and it still won't. I don't know, whatever. It always goes full screen and I can't minimize the window. I don't know why. But either way, Generation Zero is another fantastic game. If you guys are looking for games to play that did not come out this year. But yeah, someone came in and was telling us that they were releasing another DLC or another story mission or something. I completely forgot about it. It came out a couple weeks ago, didn't it? Mid-December? This is another great game. So if you guys have the opportunity, the time to play it, do it. Recommend it. You might notice over here I have Stalker 2. I really want to like this game, but there's so many issues with it. Right now I'm stuck in an area that I don't really know what to do. I don't like Googling things. I like to figure it out on my own, but like I might have to because I'm at the tail end of some mission and I'm trying to get out of this area and I have to go through this area with computers. But no matter what I do, I get killed by something I can't see. Like it's not there, but I'm dying to it, right? So I don't know if it's a bug or if it's some new type of monster I haven't seen yet that I don't know how to fight. I don't know. So I'm kind of stuck there and I'm just kind of waiting for them to fix a lot of the issues. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I really want to get back in there and play it because I think this game has a lot of potential. I think it's fun and there's a lot of cool things to do, but I don't know. It also has way too many problems. I got 33 and a half hours in this game right now. Indiana Jones, it shows 43, but it's really 40. 100% of this thing in about 40 hours. And that's about what you guys should expect. These how to beat, these are never even close. All right. Wow. This is a first. Microsoft is actually allowing me to download from them at close to 750 megs. Oh, wow, it's increasing still. Holy shit. Usually I'm capped at like 150. All right, well, Sniper Elite's got me all kinds of excited. Mafia, I don't think we know when that's gonna. Yeah, so this just says 2025. Again, there's no release date or anything. The wiki page says mid 2025, so I think my what did I put on here? I put June. Yeah, it's about right. Doom, do we know when Doom Dark Ages comes out? Is there a date on that yet? Nope, just sometime this year. Next year. Sometime next year. I'm going to stick to my August date. Okay. And GTA 6. I'm looking this up right now. Because now you got me all kinds of excited. Okay. So wiki page is saying quarter 3, quarter 4, 2025. I'll be goddamned. Yeah. A week ago, 2 weeks, well, a week and a half ago, either way. Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive have confirmed that GTA 6 release date is fall 2025. And they're gonna release it on console first and then PC probably 6 months later. What a bummer. What a bummer. That's too bad. Okay. So we got that. That's not on the maybe list anymore. We got fall. Yeah, baby. Borderlands 4. That's the other one we're going to look up here. Why are they going to postpone the PC version of that game? That's too bad. Yeah. Borderlands 4 coming out next year. No window though. I'm going to say probably fall. We'll say September on that one. We might as well get some bets going on here, huh? Assassin's Creed, we already know that comes out in February. There was something else. God, there was something else. We were just talking about it. Game releases 2025. There we go. All right, I don't know if I trust GameSpot, but we'll go with this. Holy shit, this is bright in my face. Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't see the game I was thinking of. Adamfall. Adamfall looks interesting as well. I remember seeing that one. And that's in March. Double Dragon Revive? What is that? Comes out in October. All right, here we go. These are all to be announced. Bad Cheese. Broken Arrow. Is that the movie? They're gonna have a game for the movie that's what, 30 years old now? Car Dealer Simulator. Yes. Yes. I'm writing that one down. We are going to be playing that game. I don't care if it's on Game Pass or not. I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to show you guys how to run a dealership. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. Carmen Sandiego? What? I hope it's like the old ones. There was a Carmen Sandiego cartoon that came out. I used to watch it with my daughter. I don't think they make it anymore. But I think there was a game based on that for Xbox or something. I don't remember. Not the best, but either way. Anything else we've seen here? Constance? Corpse Party 2? I didn't know there was a Corpse Party 1. I got to play that. Crimson Desert. Death Stranding 2? Why would they make a second one of those games? Dark Ages. Anything else in here? Elden Ring Night Rain. Is that another game, or is that more DLC? Can you define when this is? Yeah. Fast food restaurant simulator? FBC Firebreak. Isn't that game that's it's being made by yeah, Remedy. It's Remedy's multiplayer game, Firebreak. Yes. 3-player co-op first-person shooter. We're putting that on the list. Definitely gonna be playing that. And that one, there's no date on that, possibly next year. So we'll set that one aside for now. God damn, that list. Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. That's one that's on my wish list. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know John Carpenter was behind that. Judas. Killing Floor 3. Moon Samurai. There you go. Mouse PI for hire. Let's go. Naughty Geese. Orcs Must Die. Wow. I remember when that series first came out. Rodent Rumble. Shipwrecked Lost Colony. Skate Story. Is that the new skate game that we're talking about? Spray Paint Simulator. Man, these simulator games are getting out of hand. Why do I look so dark? What is going on here? That's better. Stick it to the stickman. I can just tell by the name of the game that it's gonna be awesome. Like this one, The Legend of Babu. Is that like Jungle Book? The Relic, First Guardian. Tomb Water. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Okay, so Vampire Masquerade is or the Bloodlines, I should say, is a third-person battle royale vampire game. It's weird. It's different. It's kind of cool. I played it for a little bit, and then it wasn't even a rumor. They said they were going to be shutting the game down, and then I think people flooded back to it and kept it alive. Because I remember somebody coming in and asking me if I had played the game before, and I'm like, I played it, last year or whatever, and when it first came out. And they're like, oh, it's fantastic. I'm like, didn't they shut that down? Like, no, it's still alive. And I went and checked. It is still alive. I'm surprised. So apparently, not only did they keep the game alive, but they warranted a second game. That's crazy. That's wild. We're gonna have to look into that one as well. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. Bloodlines 2. Let's look that one up. I'll be damned. Is this one the BR though? It looks like it's just a continuation of the Masquerade line. There we go. Oh my God. I don't. Why do I have to tell you how old I am? I'm not buying alcohol. It's coming out on all platforms the first half of 2025. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's just a single player game. It's not the actual BR, and it's going to be in first person. Okay. it's not Bloodlines, it's Blood Hunt. Wait, no. It is Bloodlines. Why does it say Blood Hunt on this one? Oh, it is Blood Hunt. Okay. So Bloodlines is something different. It's in the same, yeah. It's in the same world or whatever, but Bloodlines is a solo single player game, and Blood Hunt is their BR. Got it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it came out in 2021. Yeah, in September 2021. Yeah, that's when I had originally played the game, and then I played it. I think I played it in 2022 as well. It was okay. Again, I just multiplayer third-person games. I just can't play them. PUBG taught me I can't play those. I mean, I used to play Gears of War, but the third person was different. It was an arena. You knew where people were, and when you took cover, you couldn't see their head, and yeah, it's whatever. SOCOM, you guys remember SOCOM back in the day? Those games were fun, but if you want a true competitive experience, third person is just not where it's at. All right. So that's not what I was thinking of. So there you go. That's a long list of games coming out next year. 90% of them I'm not interested in. But either way. Did we get this going? All right, that's got done. Machines killed. I have 100 hours. I have 100 hours in Generation Zero, guys. Like, we played the shit out of this game. Longest time in combat, I think I actually have this video up on YouTube. 20 minutes and 34 seconds. We were in combat for 20 minutes straight. That was when all the walkers, all the big, they kept coming out of the woods. Like, it was Metal Josh and I. We were running co-op, and we would work on one, and then two more would come back out, and then like I'm running around trying to get two to follow me. He's trying to get them to follow. Oh, it was a mess. We kicked ass. I'm gonna fire this up just to see. I'm gonna fire it up just to see what's going on. I don't know if it's actually if they just like gave it to us, or if we actually have to purchase this extra stuff. But butt pucker mode, yeah. Yeah, because when you the one thing that you need to use quite a bit of in this game is rockets. Man. See, like, it's Game Pass need to fix their shit, man. I fucked up. All I have is music, loud ass music in my ears. I just want to see if the DLC is included. Oh my God. Just trying to start a game. That's all. Oh my God. Why? Oh, thank you. Voice language Swedish? What happened? Where'd all my settings go? All right, so these are the only two I haven't purchased. I own everything else. So it must be just included here. Let's continue. Oh my God. Sure. All right. Holy crap. Oh my God. These settings are all kinds of screwed up. Mouse, look sensitivity, 100%. Now we're gonna go down to like 20. Much better. Okay. Another fantastic game that looks amazing, but it came out 4 years ago. Map. There we go. I'm over it. No, get this. I fire up the game after not playing this for like what, 6 months, and what's the first thing we see? I'm over encumbered. No, not this guy. Not this guy. Yeah. All right, so I don't see it. I don't see the DLC anywhere. Is it here? Oh, maybe it's here. Oh, it's on this island. Okay. Looks like we get there from here, maybe? Look at my character. I forgot all about this. Okay. Weeklies. Is over encumbered a polite way of saying you're fat? If so, you've been over encumbered for a while now. I know. I've been, that's what I say in Gray Zone. Like, I got to get my fat ass out of here, man. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so encumbered. All right, so I don't, what's on the map? It's showing me something here. I don't know. I don't know. There's something on right here. What is that mark? What am I looking at? It's showing right down here. Here it is, right here. Repair station. Oh, okay. Investigate the field repair station. Okay, so maybe. Okay, so maybe this is where the new side quests to get to this island start down here. Okay. Okay, so we might have to go back and play that for a little bit as well. But I have to fix all the settings. None of them save for some reason. Cloud saving does not work when it comes to settings sometimes, guys. All right, so you guys all know my games of the year. We've looked through all the games that we're looking forward to coming up this year. I'm very, very excited about Grand Theft Auto 6 that they actually announced that it's coming out this year. This coming year. But as of right now, I'm focusing strictly on Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite is going to be amazing. We have to wait a full month. A month from yesterday. We'll have that game. So, until then, we have a lot of games we need to finish. We have games that we need to revisit. Obviously, Generation Zero. I just wish there was something new. I just wish there was something new. I want to get back into PvP gaming. There's just nothing out there, man. And I get asked that a lot. Are you done with, playing competitive? Are you done playing PvP? Are you done? No, I'm waiting for something to come out. There's just nothing, man. You know the number one game I had the most fun with this year when it came to PvP? Call of Duty World War II. Or Call of Duty, World War II. It was even playing on a controller on a console, a game that was what, 7 years old. And I still fire it up from time to time. My Xbox is now attached to my TV, and I play 2 games on there: Call of Duty World War II and Hitman. And that's it. That I had more fun playing that than any other game that came out this year, PvP. So I just wish there was something like this Strident game. I was checking this out. It sounded cool at first, but then the more I had to watch it, they have a video on there that explains how to play the game. It just sounds so convoluted and just like, why do I have to go through all these steps? Why can't I just go kill the other team and take their I don't know, whatever. So a lot of disappointment this year. I was really hoping for some really good games this year, but it is what it is. But next year is looking pretty good though, guys. As far as multiplayer games, I don't see much, but as far as really good fun campaign / co-op games, we got a lot here. A lot. So we'll see. Are any of these games multiplayer? Did anybody play the rebooted Doom multiplayer? It was weird, man. Like, you'd have one Slayer and then everybody else takes turns being the demons or whatever. Like, I wish they would come out with just a Doom multiplayer. Just everybody, just like they used to. That'd be fun. Anyhow, all right. I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. Today I wanted to focus on just talking. I wanted to see if I can get through a day doing it. Didn't really have a whole lot I wanted to play today. I'm kind of getting burned out on Gray Zone at this point. Stalker 2 is just kind of. So I wanted to go just spend some time talking to you guys about the year in review, what we did, what we saw, things to look forward to next year. So I don't know. What are your guys' plans for tonight? What's everyone doing? I'll tell you, the wife and I are going to be just chilling, playing some games, watching some movies. And then when the ball drops, we always involve the kids. They all get their sparkling juice. And then tomorrow it's just going to be just chilling, recuperating. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Just guys know, just in case things get a little hairy tonight. You guys don't want to see that. So tomorrow, no stream. Thursday, I'll be back. The wife actually goes back to work on Thursday. I'll be here full day. We'll figure something to play. We're probably going to start going through our list of games that we need to finish and doing that. I've been on the fence about going back to Hell Let Loose. I had a lot of fun with that game. Maybe we'll do that. So, be in bed before the ball drops. I thought you were going to say something about the ball drops while you're in bed. Either way, I'll leave you alone. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys had a fantastic year, not only in gaming, but just hanging out. I had a great year. Going forward when it comes to streaming and all that, I don't have a whole lot to talk about, but I'm still here. I'm still here for the long haul. We'll see what next year brings us. The freeze ball, yeah. There it is. That's what I was looking for. So, you guys, everyone have a fantastic New Year's. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Please don't. Please don't. Have a good time. I will see you on Thursday, and I don't know. We'll see what the upcoming year will bring us. So until then, guys, everyone have a fantastic remainder of the year. I'll see you next year. That joke never gets old. Peace out, guys.